So what kind of scenario should we expect since the price of Bitcoin is still inside this falling wedge and also getting rejection from this 20 exponential moving average? Because if we want to see an actual breakout playing out for Bitcoin, then we want the price at any cost, this daily candle, to close above this upper line area of this falling wedge and also above this 20 exponential moving average, this green line, which is sitting around 58,400 price area. Because if the price does close the daily above this 20 exponential moving average and also above this falling wedge, then I am actually expecting some really nice impulsive movement to play out for Bitcoin. Because not just only the confirmation here from these moving averages and also this falling wedge, but also confirmation from this MACD, RSI and this T3 CCI indicator. Because I strongly believe as soon as the price breaks out of this upper line area of this falling wedge and also finds support above this 20 exponential moving average, then we will be also witnessing this bullish crossover happening, RSI line jumping over 50 level and also this T3 CCI in a positive territory. So that's why guys, as long as the price is going to remain inside this falling wedge and also below this 20 exponential moving average, we still have to be careful. Let me also show you why. If the price of Bitcoin breaks out of this 20 exponential moving average and flips this into support along with this falling wedge, right, then we could be expecting some really nice impulsive movement playing out for Bitcoin. Let me show you this one scenario also playing out parallelly, which is known as descending broadening wedge. Because if you look at this descending broadening wedge, let me show you this one here in a different chart. So now what we are going to do, we are going to look at this price structure here in this manner, because we can clearly see the price of Bitcoin right now could be forming this descending broadening wedge. Because according to the descending broadening wedge, as you can see here, as soon as it flips this upper line resistance into support, then we are ready for this new impulsive price movement. And in our case right now, the upper line is actually acting as a line of resistance, as we can see here. And yesterday when the price tried to break out of this upper line area of this descending broadening wedge, we got a rejection. So right now, what we want the price of Bitcoin to do, if we do see some more retracement and price again trying to break out of this upper line area of the descending broadening wedge, then we will get another bullish confirmation. I mean, the inverse head and shoulder scenario will be playing out parallelly for Bitcoin. So that's why guys, that's why for us the most important thing right now is to break out of this upper line area of this descending broadening wedge, just like as shown in example, and also to break out of this 20 exponential moving average resistance along with this falling wedge. Because breaking all this resistance is going to give Bitcoin another free ride here to the upper duration. So let's see how these scenarios are going to play out for Bitcoin. And we are also aware guys, since today it's the 1st of December, we have a new CPI line placed for Bitcoin and also with some price target for this month. So let me show you that as well in today's video. So guys, now before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware, Bybit and Femex both are providing around $4,100 bonus each. I mean, the total of $8,200 bonus is being provided for our community members. So if you are an experienced trader and want to take advantage of this market volatility, then this is the great opportunity, because Bybit, as you can see, is providing around $4,100 bonus if you use my ref link and sign up, which is going to take you not more than a minute, and also with Femex. So now let's switch into other chart. So guys, now if we look at this Bitcoin price action here in a 4-hour time frame using this CPI line, as you can see, according to the CPI line, the first monthly price target here to the upside has already been placed, and also here to the downward direction. Because we are aware, since the price of Bitcoin has not touched any of the CPI line, making it a VCPR, there is a very high probability of price at least testing this bottom CPI line, which is lying around 58,300 price area before choosing an actual trend duration. Because in most of the cases, when it's a VCPR, there is always a chance of price getting gravitated at least towards the CPI line. In our case, this bottom CPI line, which is lying around $58,379. And if you remember properly guys, this 20 exponential moving average, the green line, is also exactly at this 58,300 price area. So that's why breaking out of this resistance line, right, and also breaking out of this bottom CPI line will clearly indicate the price of Bitcoin is ready for this next movement here to the upper direction. So that's why for us the most important resistance line right now is lying between this 58 to 59,000 price area. So if the price of Bitcoin does manage this to close the daily candle also above it, then we could be ready for this next impulsive movement. So let's see how these scenarios are going to play out for Bitcoin, because we are aware if the price of Bitcoin is going to continue this rally here to the upside, the first monthly price target for this December month is lying around 66,000 price area. This green line is our first monthly price target area. But if we fail to break out of this resistance line around this 58 to 59,000 range and gets another bigger pullback, then to the downside you can see the lower price target for this December month has also already been placed, and that is lying around 50,500 price area. So what we want in a daily, the price of Bitcoin at anyhow to come across this 58,000 resistance line and flip it into support, because if we do that, then that will trigger a lot of bullish scenario here in price action of Bitcoin. And now guys, now let's also have a quick look at Ethereum price action. So guys, now before I switch into Ethereum chart, first I want to talk about this little more speculative chart, because we are aware in a Bitcoin price action we are approaching around this 0.7 area, and if we do find a proper support above this 54,000 range, as I've already said you, we could be starting this new rally here to the upper direction. But if we look at this similar scenario also unfolding right now with Ethereum Bitcoin chart, you can see we have broken out of this upper line area and price is around this 0.8 as shown here in example. So if the rally is going to continue, because we were aware this was an ascending triangle is a bullish scenario, it's breaking out of here, but we know the previous highs are going to be one very important line of resistance, also line of target, because this is the areas where we might be getting gravitated. I mean, the first resistance line, if we break out of here, the second resistance line, and this could be the third resistance line, just like as shown in example 0.8, 0.9, 0.10 before showing an actual reversal type of scenario. So that's why right now Ethereum Bitcoin chart looks very interesting, and also Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin, because we can see if we look at this Ethereum chart in a daily time frame, you can see very clearly the upper line here is a strong line of resistance, lower line is acting as a strong line of support. So that's why what we said, we have to remain above this central line, because this central line is an extremely important line of support and also line of resistance. So as long as the price of Ethereum is going to remain above the central line, this trend actually could continue further towards this top of this channel. And why I'm actually saying you that, because if you look at this price structure here in a very simple way, just like what I showed you with Bitcoin price action, guys, if you also monitor this price structure here, you can see this is a very nice descending broadening width scenario, because the price here has already broken out of this upper line area, which was actually acting as a resistance, right? In Bitcoin price action, you can see we are not breaking out of it, but if you look at this Ethereum price action, we are breaking out of it, just like as shown in example. So if this price of Ethereum is going to continue, since it's a bullish scenario, this descending broadening wedge breakout, and we are going to continue this rally here to the upside, then you can see guys, we could be approaching towards the top of the channel as our potential price target, and that could be around this 5,100 to 5,200 price area for Ethereum. And not just only this guys, if I would show you this price structure in a very simple way, then what we can do, we can simply take this Fibonacci extension line from this swing low till this swing high, because the price target which I just showed you with this descending broadening wedge, and also from this upper line area of this ascending channel, exactly the 0.618 is lying also at the same place. So this is also showing us around this price range, around 5,200, 5,100. This is where we might be getting gravitated here in the upcoming days for Ethereum. But right now, if you look at this carefully, you can see, let me switch this into 4-hour time frame, we are getting some sort of a rejection, but now we are trying to hold this support from the 0.382 Fibonacci line that is lying around 4,700, because if we do manage to find support above this line, then the next price target here in the medium short term is going to be this 4,957 and also this 0.618 price target that could be appearing very soon for Ethereum. And if we do see further retracement, right, the price here could be back testing the 4,400 along with this upper line area of this descending channel. So any sort of a further retracement, the 0.236 Fibonacci line around 4,400 along with this upper line area of this descending broadening wedge could be acting as a strong line of support. And I strongly believe that this trend is going to continue at least towards this 0.618 Fibonacci line before choosing an actual trend duration. So guys, these are some of the interesting scenarios I want you to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my vlog, then come on, hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.